Hey, it's Jennifer Nicole here. I'm just going to show you how I do my full face foundation routine. The products that I love, the products that, I've continued to use a little bit, but they just aren't really my favorite. I'm going to go through my skin type, how I like to apply everything, how I like to contour, how I like to highlight, in all very, very affordable ways. Let's get started. I'm going to start with my moisturizer. Hemp's moisturizer. If you don't have oil, or if you don't have dry skin, then I would stay away from it. But if you do, I highly recommend it. I love it. It works perfect for me. Okay, then I'm going to be going in with my Maybelline Studio Primer. Honestly, I'm not really sold on it. Like, I do notice a slight difference from when I don't use it at all. Like, don't use a primer. But as far as it being something that I love and just want to try it forever, it's just not there. I've been trying this for several weeks now, and I know it's not really my favorite. Here are products that I love. So first of all, I'm going to start with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I just like it. So this one, when you first apply it, here, I'll swatch it for you. It looks like insanely, it just looks super, super orange. But when you put it on the skin, it just counteracts those dark circles, and it's been heaven sent. So I'm just gonna apply that. Do the same thing to the other side. So I'm just creating a triangle, and then I'm just gonna blend it all in. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go through with my damp Real Cosmetics blender. See, it just blends like flawlessly. And okay, and then do the other side. So in the past, after I would apply my concealer, I would set it with a powder, just so that it didn't crease. But I found that if I do that right away, it just gets super cakey. So I like to wait, let it dry, apply my foundation, and just kind of let that soak into the skin before I go in with the. So, and then you go in with the powder, and you do want to use the powder. I just don't like to use it right at first. So I'm just going to shake up my foundation, and this is the Maybelline Perfect, let's see if I can get it focused, there you go, Maybelline Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer, and I have the shade 01, which is the Creamy Vanilla. Now I will say, first of all, this just does not have very many shades. This is the lightest shade, and even for me, like, I'm pretty fair, but I'm not as fair as some of y'all out there. And it's just not that light. I have tried so many foundations at the drugstore. I just have a hard time finding a color match, and this honestly isn't a perfect color match. It's a little more yellow, but I find as it soaks into my skin and as it sets, it looks pretty good. So I'm going to continue and just dab this all over my face, and then I'm going to go in with the Beauty Blender and just rub it all and blend it all in. So I want to just show you an up-close look. I have really large pores, and I feel like this does a pretty good job at just filling everything in. Okay, so now I'm going to go with the contour, and I'm going to take, again, the LA Pro Concealer, and just apply that under my cheekbone. But see how much, like, everything just, I don't know, it just blends. I'm just going to add a little bit of contour. It's called the e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip. It tends to be, I was going to show you, but today it decided to work perfectly, but it tends to be a little bit runny. So what I like to do is just, you want to hit it where the sun naturally hits. So you can see that there's a little bit of light right here. So we're just going to, I'm just going to tap it. If you look, you can see just these little dots. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and up on my forehead. And then I'm going to grab the Beauty Blender, and I like to use this, just this tip part. It isn't the easiest to blend out. You don't want to go heavy, because if you go heavy, it's a little bit difficult. But if you go light, it's easy. You got it, girl. Okay, so you have that, and you can tell it's just this little, it's nothing crazy. I'll take a shimmery shade. If you do want to spend a little bit of money on a highlighting and contour palette, I would recommend the NYX contouring palette. It is like, I think it's $25, but it gives you just, it has a super gray tone of a contour, which I love. You have some bronzers. I honestly wasn't a huge fan of the bronzers. It just has a beautiful light highlight. Somebody with dark skin tones as well, so you just have a lot more to work with. Okay, so this is basically what I'll do for my whole face. I'm going to go back, I'm going to do my waterline, makeup, my lips, and I'm going to come back and just kind of show you what it'll look like when it's all put together. Okay, so this is the finished makeup look. This is how I do my foundation routine. Just wanted to give you a quick close-up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.